Khan here for Seconds Out with Viddal Riley, the realist in the room, the realist in Oxford Circus right now. Viddal, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know what? It's good life. I used to work down the road on the corner, Nike Town, and then now I'm doing a public workout in Sports Direct. It's just like, yeah, man, same road, different journey.
How life changes through hard work, no doubt, Viddal. Viddal, activity is something you craved, and activity is something you've got. Must be a good feeling to have that length of activity and keep it going.
Yeah, you know, we're just, listen, man, we're just trying to be active. We're trying to show the people every time how much I can improve from fight to fight. Boxer, they've been getting me out. I'm just going to keep climbing in terms of my popularity, which sounds crazy, I know, 'cause I'm already popular, but I'm going to keep climbing, keep winning in the ring, and just keep climbing up these cards, and I think we can start main eventing some of these shows soon.
Interesting choice of opponent, being that it's a repeat opponent in Anees Taj you had a bit of bad blood with, but you got the victory and it seemed like a comfortable one for you. So why the revisiting of the opponent?
We had the fight, we had other fights that could have been made. We was trying to set them up, trying to coordinate them. Various different reasons why they didn't happen. I felt like the people were already connected with the storyline that me and Anees have. You know, he done a great job of promoting post-fight to continue to say I want a rematch and make the people interested in hearing his side of things. So I don't want no doubts. You know, I don't want anyone second guessing if I'm better than them or not once I beat them. And he right now second guessed that. So we're just gonna make it solidified, respect each other, but he would just know, all right, cool, you got me.
There's only one bit of doubt that I remember that sticks out in my mind from that first fight, that being that whether he did or did not catch you with a shot. I think in the aftermath you kind of said, nah.
He caught me.
Okay.
He definitely caught me. He didn't rock me.
Okay.
The difference. But he caught me multiple times. But I was never rocked. They caught my attention because it was so easy. And then all of a sudden you're getting hit. You're like, wait, what's going on? But it's just a concentration thing that I've worked on that you won't see in this fight.
Yeah, so what do you feel is the difference between you in the first fight to the one now, and what sort of statement do you feel you have to put on to really kind of cast away any of those doubts, if there were any?
Just the mind, man. It's the mind. My mind's very different. My mindset's different. I've found how to operate at my best consistently. That's shown in camp. I don't see why the fight night is going to be any different. Anees, the factor, he was getting pieced the first time. He was getting pieced up. He did land some shots at the end of the second, but then he continued to get pieced up into the third, which is why he got cut. So I don't have to change anything. I just got to piece him up for longer, and that's it.
Did you and him chat after the fight in terms of kind of just settling things?
Well, since he was saying everything, yeah, we did talk after the fight. A couple of days after he bailed me, actually, and was saying that he's going to do everything in his powers to get the rematch. And I guess he got what he wished for. I said to him, look, I know you trained harder when you heard you got the rematch. You done 30, instead of doing 30 push-ups, you done 80. He said you done 100. So that's what I like, man. Someone who's coming to win.
I would have thought that you'd maybe have a strong claim to be the main event on Friday night. Do you feel the same way?
Oh, of course. I feel like I always should be the main event. In my eyes, my fight is the main event. You know what I mean? There's no other fight matters as much as mine. But I mean, in terms of that actually happening, it's a process. It's a process, and nothing before its time. My time will come. As long as the people, can speak on my behalf, like I see on the socials, people commenting, when you're going to be main event, when you're going to do it. As long as the people can keep pushing the narrative for me, and I keep deserving, I perform and deserve that support, then the main events will happen, man. It is what it is.
Time is an interesting transition to my next question, that being, where do you feel this win puts you in terms of your position in the division and getting those big fights?
It needs to put me in a position closer to the English title. I feel like after this fight, there should be one more fight and then an English title for the end of the year. That's my focus, and then after that, I'm going for the British title. I think it's only right. I'm all about progression. So yeah, this win takes me one step closer to the English title.
But I got to ask you, before I want to ask you about the scene that you're embedded in, there's a lot of comments I see, like people bothering me about questions about the scene in general. Do you mind being asked questions about the KSIs, Jake Pauls and things, the scene that you're very favourable with?
I don't mind being asked questions about them. I don't like being asked questions that the answer is been said. many times. You know, whether I've done a reaction video, whether I've tweeted, whether I've jumped on another, you know, if I've said it enough times where I feel like, just go check, man. Like, stop asking me the same question. You know what I'm saying? That's it, though. Apart from that, you can ask what you want.
I hear that, that's fair. So I apologise in advance if this has all been covered, but I'll ask you nonetheless. First of all, it seems like Tommy Fury and KSI are on a collision course.
Yeah.
Good fight you feel for the two?
They both want it. I mean, I know why Tommy wants it. He's having fun. He's just draining the peas out of that side of the game. And it was offered to him, so I hear it. And JJ wants to do something that Jake couldn't. And that's a big thing for him. It's a big motivator for him to surpass Jake in terms of how people respect him as a boxer. So it's a good fight. It's not the fight that I would say for JJ to take, just because I just don't think he should be letting Tommy into the game like that. Do you know what I mean? Let Tommy come back to where he belongs, which is over here. But you don't want to be over here, so it's what it is.
Who's the more complete fighter of the two right now?
Oh, Tommy or JJ? Yeah. Oh, Tommy, of course. Tommy definitely is the more complete fighter, but it's not always the more complete fighter that wins.
But how close is the gap between the two, maybe I'll ask instead?
No, the gap is not close in skill, but JJ has the equalizer of power, speed, athleticism. So even if the skill isn't that close, as it shouldn't be, it doesn't mean JJ can't win.
There was talk of, Joe Fournier was one pushing this the most after what appeared to be an apparent elbow after the fight in the first one, looking for a rematch for that. Do you think that's a viable option on the table for JJ?
It's not. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't see it happening. It's done. It happened. Life is life. We move on. That's it.
Final couple of questions on the scene. Your Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz prediction?
Yeah. I think Jake wins within 3 rounds. I just got a strong feeling that Nate isn't going to... He's going to be moving lethargic. Like, he's going to kind of be moving a speed slower than Jake. And then Jake's going to clock him with an overhand. If it doesn't cut him, we'll knock him out.
If I remember correctly, it's Anees and Gibb versus Jarvis next in the Kingpin tournament. Big fight there, especially in the performance that Jarvis put in last time round. Who do you favour of the two?
Gibb. So, Gibb. One more time. Gibb.
Fair enough. Bringing this back to you, look, Crispin and Smith won the world title a few weeks ago. You kind of put out a tweet saying, look, I beat this guy before. My time's coming soon, but that's a great moment for Crispin and Smith, and you'll be feeling like, look, I want a piece of that very, very soon.
Oh, no, listen, I'm proud of Crispin and Smith because he's been on a journey. Nothing's been given to him. You know, he wasn't one of the golden people, come out the Olympics, you know what I mean? Like, he turned pro in not the best position, and he grinded his way all the way through to a world title. So, definitely proud of him, and he deserves respect. But I just think I can do it. I can do it too. And anyone that says that I'm delusional, I mean, if I've defeated someone, I know it was the amateurs, whatnot, but it happened. If I can do it at 19 years old, then I can become world champion. That's it.
Looking forward to seeing that realisation in the coming years. Viddal, the realest in the room, the coolest in the room too. I'm sweating my head off. Thanks for speaking SecondsOut, sir. Much appreciated.